The Circle of Knowledge podcast is brought to you by Amplified Minds, helping entrepreneurs and professionals achieve their goals and aspirations by sharing a wealth of knowledge to you, our community of achievers. This podcast features best-selling industry resources, interviews, and the professional panel discussion by the core team at Amplified Minds. Now, here are their discussions. Good morning, everybody. This is Jon Kovach with Amplified Minds, founder of the Champion Circle, president of Amplified Minds, and host of the Circle of Knowledge podcast. This is the Circle of Knowledge podcast. Today, I wanted to take a few minutes here and just share with you quick principles that I have excerpted from the book Selling the Invisible by Harry Beckwith. And in this book, I will preface that Amplified Minds created an ebook about 2 years ago to help salespersons and people in the sales industry, or even just people who want to get better at sales, to increase and improve their mindset. You see, when you have the right mindset, you know exactly how to improve your ability to achieve and your ability to overcome challenges and your ability to find results. And so we published a book called, I can show you the cover here. Mindset of a Successful Seller by Amplified Minds. And this is an ebook that we wrote highlighting some of our favorite and some of the best books on mindset to develop your mindset in the regard to selling. And in today's book, we're covering one of my favorites. It's called Selling the Invisible by Harry Beckwith. And Selling the Invisible it's been a very interesting thing. This would be part 3 of part 6, where we will be sharing with you some of the principles and some of the golden nugget items that you should learn and have knowledge of. And in today's episode, I wanted to just quickly take a moment and go through with you one of my favorite principles, because this is what we teach on my live hours. It's what we focus on. It has a lot to do with everything that we preach. And I wanted to make sure that you and I had a better understanding of it. You see, in the process of selling the invisible or having a mindset of a successful seller, you need to be your authentic self. The second you start to doubt whether the person you're selling to or the person you're going to be speaking with or the person you're going to be building a relationship, the second you begin to doubt that is the second that you realize that you're not being authentic, because you're fearful, right? You're not sharing, you're not caring, you're not giving. Instead, you're thinking about the sale. You're thinking about what they're going to think of you. You're thinking about the thing that's going to predict or prevent you from actually getting the sale. And so when you're not your authentic self, you're not selling anything. But remember, you are selling the invisible. You're selling yourself. You're selling a personality. You're selling a relationship. You're selling things that you just can't quite put your finger on. But you've got to do it in a way by being yourself. The second you tighten up or tense up about sales is when you're not being authentic. You need to relax, take a big deep breath and say, I'm being a friend. I am helping people. I am sharing things that are going to help people grow. Now, I know somebody who just sold me something recently, and they were extremely rigid and very embarrassed. And you could tell there were some insecurities. But as I got to know that person, it didn't really matter what they were selling me. I trusted them and they trusted me, and there were some really good things that we could work out together. And I thought that was a very, very interesting and great and respectful process in which I believe sales should go. So remember to be your authentic self. You know, people can see through the fake. There's this phrase out here, or this popular idea called fake it till you make it. And you know what? Like, a lot of mentors and a lot of people will say, you know what, just fake it till you make it. And to me, fake is not authentic. And I know that there's something in regards to the context of that phrase, but everybody takes it out of context. You see, fake it till you make it is just work hard until you get it. But the actual fake it till you make it process is people oftentimes just pretend like there's something that they're not, because people can see through fake. So if you're trying to sell something, or if you feel like you have a great product or service, stop faking that it's the most important thing to anyone, right? It might be, and it might not be. So you just got to be authentically you. You got to be a human and share how it helps you. I'll give an example of people who are in two industries. One is the essential oils industry. Okay. And while essential oils is an incredible remedy for a lot of holistic mindset, minded people that believe in other alternative medicines, essential oils are a great way to help people and to help their brain, their mindset, and so forth. But you cannot come out and just like claim that essential oils cure cancer. They may or they may not, but it's not proven. It's not there. Someone might have taken essential oils and it could have helped, but just because it happens to one person doesn't mean it happens to everybody. But we need to be authentic about our testimony and our story. And the way we do that is you just be you. Stop being fake. Okay? And fake isn't trying to be better. Fake is pretending to be what you're not, because people see right through that. Now, the thing about the being what you're not part is a very, very important principle, because in the book, Harry Beckwith talks about this. He says, avoid people thinking you're trying to do something or be something that you're not, and earn their trust by being yourself. So avoid thinking you're trying to be someone that you're not, and avoid the people who think that as well. What you've got to do is you've got to focus on being yourself. And now that's a hard principle. That was a very, very hard thing for people to do. I was coaching a young man who was in the insurance industry, and he developed a bunch of scripts, and we mastered those scripts. We memorized them. We came up with scenarios for all of them. We focused on creating scripts that would allow this person to have better interactions. Now, this person had an engineering background. They were not a socialite. They were a blueprint, if you know the bank code system, and they were very, very, very strict, very awkward, and hard to talk to. But you know what's funny about it is they were my favorite client to work with, because as we walked through these scripts, he gained confidence, and that confidence became him, and he was able to go off script, and he was able to work on being a little bit more fun and loose and casual in his conversations. And I saw through practice that he was able to definitely close a lot more sales and be a lot more welcoming and be a very, very interesting human being in person than anyone else I had ever, met in the insurance industry. And because of that principle alone, I saw that this person didn't fake it till they made it. This person made it. They worked on it. They became what they wanted to become. They were focusing on it. They were putting in practice. They were doing everything they needed to do in order to succeed in the insurance industry. And so I love that principle by Harry Beckwith, because fascinating discoveries happen when you focus on your authentic self. And that word gets thrown out a lot. To me, it's taboo, man. The word authentic has been, bastardized and overused by so many mentors and so forth. But essentially, just authenticity is an important principle. But let's take authenticity not as just a principle, but as a mandate. Okay, if you're not yourself, you're in the wrong place. Stop going to jobs, stop going to work, stop going to places where you can't be you and you can't be happy and you can't be focused on the vision at hand. Okay, a lot of us need to hustle. A lot of us need to find ways to make a living, especially during COVID, especially during the recovery process from the first wave of COVID. Hence, I said first wave. You guys, there's so many things that humans that humans need to do. But in order to survive, in order to live, you do not have to fake anything. You have talents, you have strengths, you have capabilities, you have amazing talents and things that you can work on, that you can do in an environment that will get you what you need. And just by being in that environment and by being you, authentically, you're selling the invisible. Authentically, you're being a representative. Authentically, you are creating that relationship that lets people say, wow, that person's awesome. Because you. This is not a motivational speech. This is not a woo-wooey self-improvement thing. This is just you. This is about you. You have awesome in you. You are awesome. You are amazing. You've got so many things working for you. All of those things combined create one of the best opportunities for you to sell. Now, to be a successful seller, you've definitely got to master yourself. I've met so many miserable people who have made lots and lots of money because they did it off of systems. They did it off of processes that took away the human connection to the actual transaction of the sale. But you see, those people also probably don't like to be in front of people. And a lot of people think of salespeople as like snakes, dude. They're slithery, they're slimy, right? But you've got to eradicate that feeling and that thought that sales is bad. Because look, sales is not bad. You contribute to sales every time you go to the grocery store. And what does a grocery store do? Well, it keeps you alive because now you're eating food. Okay, you contribute to the sale process of getting clothes. And why is that important? Because you get clothed. You're not naked, right? So all of these things, all of these principles are extremely important because you need to be you. Don't be something you're not, and stop putting yourself around people who think you're something different, right? You need to surround yourself with people who believe in you and in the process of your growth. And that's really the principle I wanted to talk about today from Harry Beckwith's book, Selling the Invisible. And this is just a process in which we want to tell you that in order to build and grow and become a successful seller, you've got to shift your mindset over. The second you start thinking about the sale, the product, the service, and other things, and then you start making excuses for the person in front of you, or you start thinking, why they wouldn't buy or why they shouldn't buy or what you would honestly help them with. A lot of these things are insecurities. And get over them quick, because the second you can get over an insecurity is when you can thrive. You can be your authentic self. You can really find the realness in you, and the fakeness will disappear. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was an incredible principle for you to learn and try. The challenge I make for you, the challenge today, is that I want you to write down the insecurities that you think or you feel or you have when you're in the middle of a sale. And maybe you're not a salesperson. Maybe you're not selling anything at all. But the truth is we're always selling. We're always selling something. So whether you're selling a product, a service, or you're selling you, and let me preface that. If you're selling you, I mean, like if you're single, or if you're looking to find partners, or your idea of something, or you're in a corporate office or a workspace and you're building relationships with your coworkers around you, you're selling you, you're selling an image. Whatever you're selling, write down those insecurities that you have. And maybe if you can't think of insecurities, write down the challenges you have about selling and then closing the sale. And identify those things and look into that challenge and say, where am I not being me? Where in this is not being me? A friend of mine called me the other day and they said, hey, John, I noticed that you're using a certain platform to launch your live streams. That's awesome. Which version are you using? And I said, oh, I'm using the middle version. And he said, John, why are you using the middle version? When I think of a Jon Kovach, I think of a ultimate professional, gold, platinum standard. I'm thinking that you're a higher achiever than just the medium version. And I was like, dude, you're absolutely right. And he says, why don't you upgrade? And I was like, well, it's like $10 more a month. And he's like, $10 more a month kept you from making the decision that made you who you are? And I said, dude, you're right. You're absolutely right. Why did I settle on a $10 difference so that I could have a mediocre product that wouldn't allow me to do everything that I want to do? Think about that, right? You are awesome. So start being authentically you. So my challenge is identify the insecurities you have when selling. If you don't have insecurities or you don't think you have insecurities, write down the challenges. Identify where you're at in those and remove everything else and focus on being you. This has been another episode of the Circle of Knowledge podcast. I thank everybody for joining me today and for listening in. I hope this was helpful. And if you have questions on how to contact me or how to apply these in your life, or even just information about the Circle of Knowledge podcast, you can send an email to me at jon@amplifiedminds.com. That's AMPLIFIEDMINDS.com. I want to take a moment here and just thank everyone who's jumped in and said hello. I wanted to appreciate those of you for watching. Shout out to Christian Meyer. Hey, bud, it's great to see your profile face here. Angela Reese Roberts. What a royal name, Angela. That's amazing. My cousin Jake Kovach. Jake, great to see you. Wen Bradshaw. That's like 3 days in a row, Wen. Let's keep it going. You're doing awesome. Natalie Bench, so great to see you and hear from you the other day. I hope things are going well with you. Tim Burt, appreciate you. Jarrett Ingram in the house, everybody. Jarrett Ingram is an incredible professional. Standpoint Professional profiles. You guys should go check them out on Facebook. They're an incredible, incredible group, and I learn a lot. Jarrett is an awesome mentor and a business professional. Jay Hunt in the house. Jay, man, hope you're doing well. I love seeing your face, dude. You're awesome. Okay, here's the one again. I'm going to get this down. Kato Fakatamafi. Hey, dude, if I got that right, give me a thumbs up emoji in the comments section. I'm going to get that right, dude. But thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Claire Capeting Gardiano and Claire and I are friends from the Philippines. Claire and her family, the Gardiano family, is such a beautiful and amazing and talented and incredible family, and I love and respect them. They're awesome. And then last shout out goes to Deanne Sconiers. If I said that right, please give me a thumbs up emoji in the comment section too. But I appreciate you all watching and listening. And if you have any questions or any topics you'd like me to discuss, please let us know. Send me an email or send me a direct message here on Facebook, and I will definitely bring it up and consider it. In fact, the person who reached out to me last week said, "Hey, John, it's about time you did a segment on turning your side hustles into turning your hobbies into side hustles, and how you can create hobbies into really, really fun things that make you money during COVID-19." And I said, "That's brilliant." And then the next day, I prepared and I created an entire hour-long episode of discussing ideas and brainstorming with people. And I brought people up onto the show and we talked about their hobbies and what they loved. And then we created ways to make them money through each of their hobbies. And it was a really, really fun brainstorm. So if you have ideas, please let me know. And I would love to cover those ideas. In the meantime, please go check out amplifiedminds.com. That's www.amplifiedminds.com. If you're looking for any needs in accountability, or if you're looking to connect with important people, this is the place, because we help you connect with great people through online networking and in-person networking. That's what's called the Champion Circle. You see that below in my ticker. But if you've never heard of the Champion Circle, please stay tuned. We will share with you more information. But Champion Circle is literally a place where you can go and build high-level connections and surround yourself with people who are championship-minded. So thank you, everybody. What a great episode. Looking forward to having more, and we will talk to you very soon.